Welcome back to Honey's Cooking, everybody. In this video we're going to be making my favorite pizza. It's a healthy spinach Alfredo pizza. It's actually a copycat from a pizza place called Cece's. That's our little munchkin. She's playing over there. She'll be at the end of the video unless she's asleep, but if you hear her, she's playing. First I'm going to show you guys how to make the Alfredo sauce. We're going to make homemade Alfredo sauce, the best, way better than the jar for this pizza. Okay, for our Alfredo sauce, what we're going to need is 3 tablespoons of butter. I have ours melted in here already. That's our first step of the Alfredo sauce. Then we're going to have 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, or 2 teaspoons about if you're using garlic powder or garlic salt. And then we're going to use half a cup of our shredded cheese. I have 2 cups because we're going to use the rest for our pizza. First step, we're going to melt our butter. As I told you guys before, I already did that. So the second thing we're going to do is take our flour, 3 tablespoons, big spoons of flour, put it into our butter and whisk it together, or mix it. So we're going to do that. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to stir that together just like this, just to mix it. And it's going to turn into not really a paste, but it's going to get thicker as we add this flour. And then after I get this nice and stirred together, we're going to boil our milk. That's our next step. And then we're going to add the milk to this. Okay, so blooper part right here, I messed up. We're boiling our milk right now, but I did realize that, as you can see, our garlic is not cooked. So ordinarily you would cook your garlic with the butter after you've melted it before you add the flour. I didn't do that. So I'm going to add a little bit of butter, just enough to cook this garlic, and then we're going to add it to our butter mixture. As you can see, I added the garlic to our butter mixture. Now we're going to add our boiled milk into our butter mixture. And we're going to stir it. We're going to add gradually so we can stir the butter and the flour mixture into that together so it mixes well. If you add it all at once, it's harder to mix it. Alright, now we're going to keep stirring it a little bit. We're going to warm it up. And as it's warming up, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So we're going to add our half a cup of cheese, and like I said, I have a bunch of cheese. I have 2 cups because I have enough for the rest of our pizza. You are going to need 1.5 cups later for the pizza. I'm going to add this in and let it melt. Let's see, a little bit more maybe. Okay, like that. We're going to let this start melting. And while this is melting, add our salt and pepper and let it get thicker. So 1 teaspoon of salt, and then next 1 teaspoon of pepper. There we go. That's about a teaspoon. See how the cheese is getting melted and it's getting like stringy, gooey kind of? That's what we want. And as it gets warmer, it's going to keep melting and it's going to make our sauce thicker. Our sauce is ready, as you can see. You can't smell it, but I can. It smells amazing. As you can see, it's a nice sauce now instead of being gooey with the cheese like it was before. We're going to add our sauce onto our pizza dough here. I actually made the pizza dough. I like to make it better than using the store-bought one. Either way works. If you want to make yours, I'm going to put the directions to both this Alfredo sauce and the pizza dough in the description below. So check that out if you want to make that. For our pizza, we need the sauce that we just made, a pizza dough, and some spinach. You'll need about 8 ounces of fresh spinach, and I just cooked ours in butter. So to make the pizza, we're going to add our sauce on top. We're just going to spoon it out and spread it across. Look how yummy that is. The store ones I find that are in the jars are usually more liquidy, which makes it kind of hard to spread it, and it's not as thick. I like the thicker sauce for the pizza. Whoops. Sorry about that. That was kind of loud. So we're just going to spread it across the pizza. It already looks amazing, I think. Now we're going to add our spinach across, and I just plop it down and then kind of spread it with a spoon. Whoops. You can add more or less spinach depending on what you like. My honey doesn't like spinach so much, so I don't use as much, so it doesn't have the spinach taste. If you like spinach, like I do, you can add as much as your heart desires. Here is our pizza in progress. We've got the spinach spread all the way across. Oops, that cheese stuck to me. Now we're going to add our cheese on the top. We're just going to sprinkle it across. I'm using mozzarella cheese. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you need about 1.5 cups. That's what I use, at least 1.5 cups for the top and 1/2 cup for your sauce. And our pizza is ready to go into the oven. We've got ours preheated at 425. We're going to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. In he goes. And now we wait. Here's our pizza, everybody. Look how amazing that looks. It's so delicious. Like I said, it's my favorite pizza, so I can't wait to taste it. Whoops. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and that you give it a try and taste it. Healthy, spinach, amazing tasting, homemade Alfredo sauce. You have to try it. Let us know what you think and keep watching for more videos. Don't forget to subscribe.